So the GOAT speaks on load management, and everything he said is absolutely correct. Let's talk about it.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Before we get into this video, go over to my reaction page, the Nuclear Reactor, and check out my sports reactions. Y'all will love it over there. But back over here, Ring Culture. Make sure y'all like and comment down below. That's how y'all get me into the algorithm, and then I'll go get them when my content hit them. It fit them, so it sit with them. Today we're going to be talking about the GOAT, Michael Jordan, speaking on load management and his interview with before the start of the NBA season. Y'all know how I feel about load management. I don't like it. It was started by Greg Popovich. I think some people get that confused. Greg Popovich started doing load management with Tim Duncan because he wanted him to be ready for the playoffs, because Tim Duncan was getting up there in age, and it just snowballed from there. That now players are taking it upon themselves to sit out certain games, sometimes ducking smoke. It's insane. To me, load management. But I want y'all to listen to what MJ had to say about load management, and then I'm going to come back and give y'all my thoughts on it. So check this out.
The term load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
How I know you were going to talk about that one?
Because you played 80 games a lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed. First and foremost, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. He's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
So give me the first time that you came to that fork in the road in your career where you could have sat down and missed a game, but you fought through.
Third game of the season, started my career.
Okay.
I twisted my ankle, and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. This is you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact. And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up, and I went back out, and I played. And I felt that. I always felt that. I always felt the necessary need that I could never leave my comrades out if I could perform, right? Even if I couldn't. Utah, great example. Everybody said the flu game. It's game 5, which is a very pivotal game. I was going to find a way to get out there, even if I was a decoy. Well, once I got out there, you never know how, pushing yourself, you never know what happens, right?
So that night you got out there and you found you could do more than you thought you were going to be able to do.
Next thing you know, the emotions, the situation, the need of the team, all those things catapulted me to, I'm going to gut this thing out. Back to your point of what load management is, you play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work or your next, challenge. Now, I'm the worst. Maybe I'm not one of the guys that you would probably model that, or
I was going to say, did you do that every time?
But you should think about that in retrospect of what load management really is. I always felt like one is a sense of pride for the fans that are paying. Right. Two is a sense of, making sure that I stay sharp. I'm not going to lose it. And three, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there. It can disrupt that synergy that's happening.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I know Greg Popovich, when he started this with Duncan, didn't know it was going to become this uncontrollable monster. But you know what's weird? And I could be wrong about this. I don't think a lot of players in the NBA play for the love of the game anymore. I think they play for social media cred and money. I don't think that they're playing basketball for the love of the game anymore. I think a lot of players nowadays don't seem to love basketball. Not all, I don't want to put this on all of them, but the ones who are so willing to just sit out. You know what I'm saying? And, well, hell, remember Draymond Green saying 82 games is too many games. Bro, the NBA been around for decades. And now y'all in this era saying 82 games is too many? Bro, you getting paid millions of dollars to play like 3 months a year. Come on, bro. Matter of fact, I want y'all to check out what Steven Jackson said about this, because I think that he summed it up perfectly.
For me, I think the integrity of the game is gone. People fighting to get on the court. People dying to play 82 games. People, just that attitude, that old attitude of the game that some guys still have. It's not everybody. A lot of guys in the league still have it, but as a whole, as the league, as an identity for the league as a whole, it don't have that tough. Every night I'm gonna watch these guys. They gonna compete and try to kill each other to win. You don't have that feel when you watch NBA basketball, and it really doesn't get that way until the Western Conference, Eastern Conference Finals, and then the finals. That's when most people watch. So, it's a lot of guys that love the game like we did and still want to play that way. You love great guys like Draymond who play the game that way, right? They play the game that physical way. That would do anything with the will to win, right? You don't have too many guys. So the integrity of the game has been shot. Just shooting threes and, just not having big men in their bank and like that. Just all that in the whole is really the reason why I think the viewership is down.
Yeah, I agree with every word. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all, I really don't start watching NBA basketball to really like the playoffs. And it's really like around the second round or something like that. Those games are a little bit easier to get through because the guys are actually competing in a way where they look like they want to put it all on the line to win. But it's not like that most of the season in the first round, or sometimes the second round of the NBA playoffs. There's no creativity in the game or anything like that. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the love. It's about social media, getting members for their podcasts. I love Paul George, but Paul George is basically a podcaster now. Bro seemed to be a podcaster. I don't think that NBA players nowadays actually play because they genuinely love the game. Back then, players like Jordan, Magic, Bird, they played for the love of the game. I mean, I know y'all don't know this, but for most of Michael Jordan's career, he wasn't even paid that much. It was some of his teammates were paid higher than him. It wasn't until his 1997 and 1998 season, he said, I felt that I've done enough for this game to get paid like, what my play deserves. But for years, Michael Jordan wasn't getting paid a hell of a lot of money as compared to other superstars in the NBA. A lot of this is just money and social media cred. And that's one of the things that is so heartbreaking about the state of the NBA. The ratings are down. I think 31%. I'm about to do a video, a reaction to a guy who's saying the ratings are down in the NBA on my reaction page. So look out for that. I'm going to be doing that soon. These rules that the commissioner pitting out, like this 3-point chuck rule or whatever it's called, that if you shoot a half-court three with like 20 seconds left or whatever, it's so stupid. If you miss, it won't go towards your field goal percentage. What? Like we like babying players now. They have in-season tournaments just to get these guys to compete harder, so they can win money to compete harder. Why? Like we it's like a daycare now. The NBA is we're daycaring millionaires. These guys are rich. They're entertainers. Imagine that. Like so many people now are living paycheck to paycheck. So imagine that you save up your money. You buy a ticket. Your favorite players coming to town, and that favorite player is load managing that day. He can play. He's just load managing. No wonder the NBA ratings are down. And we got Dwayne Wade and Kevin Durant. I did a video about this earlier, basically blaming us, the fans, for the terrible product that they put out. Are you kidding me? Michael Jordan's absolutely right. Listen, I told y'all before, I used to be one of the biggest NBA fans. Every opening night, like I watched damn near every game that was televised. And for the last 3 seasons, and this season included, I try to get through watching just a game. And it's terrible. Oh my God. Like one game I was watching, I watched the highlights of it. And just watching how many 3-pointers these guys shoot there's no creativity in the game. Now don't get me wrong, there's a couple of teams I actually like the way they play. Like I like the way Denver Nuggets plays. I'm just not a fan of all players doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I believe in position basketball, not positionless basketball. I love Wembanyama. Do not believe Wembanyama should be out there playing like a shooting guard. And it's not because players are more skilled. Back in the day, if centers wanted to play like a shooting guard, they would just practice that way. Wembanyama is a lot like Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson used to go coast to coast and things like that. He used to do things that was out of the ordinary for a 7'4" person. But I will tell you one thing I do love about Wembanyama. Wembanyama plays defense like an old school center. He does. He goes after everything. I'm hoping that once we get rid of some of these players that's just lingering around the league, like 37, 36, 37, 38, that the younger generation change the narrative. That they play 82 games a season. You know, things like that. I am so disappointed in the NBA. I love the NBA. Loved it. Happy that my team got VJ Edgecombe. Think he's a great player. I'm going to be doing a video on him soon. But yeah, ring culture. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that these players nowadays are not playing out of the love of the game? For me, I just think they aren't. I think they're playing for money. And I think they're playing for social media cred. I just do. I told my homie one day that social media ruined these dudes. Y'all remember, I think it might have been Instagram or something like that. This happened years ago when LeBron put on Instagram, check my stats when his team was struggling. What? Check your stats, bro. Your team losing. Who cares about your stats? You know what I'm saying? It's social media. A lot of these guys want social media cred and money. And until we get the higher up guys in the league, the superstars in the league, to re-emphasize to everybody else coming in the league that, hey, you play for the love of the game. Hey, you play for those fans spending their hard-earned money to watch you play. Until we get that back from the superstars down, the NBA is going to keep losing viewership. It just is. Let me know what y'all think down below. Ring Culture. As always, we are Ring Culture because the whole